Hello and welcome to Cigar Box Guitars, aka the Dutchman in San Marcos. So we're coming to you today with another episode on the tennis racket. I hope you like tennis. And got some other announcements, so let's get going. Hello, so here we are with another episode of the Tennis Racket Diddly Bow, and got my business cards actually made up. They're coming in. They're on order. So when I get those, I'll show them to you. I'll surprise you. So those are coming. Got that done, which was excited about. Got some work done on the diddly bow, a little at a time because there's so much planning. So you try things and you hope it works out, and then your plan kind of keeps changing. But we'll get you to the bench. I'll show you some of the new things I've done, and so let me move you over there, and we'll get going on that. The other thing is, I had you'll see on my short, my number one cigar box guitar. Well, actually, I had two of them. It was kind of my second one. It was next that I actually purchased. I didn't even fret them. It was when I first started. I just bought them already made from CB Giddy. So I wanted to give one away as a Christmas present, and then when I started tuning it, I realized, this thing don't work. So when I looked into it, it was on the other one. The one that I showed you on the short is my one where I kind of stole the tuner from it to make that one work before I gave it away. I put new strings on them, or on the one that I gave away, but I had to fix the tuner because I realized that, and I learned this after I made those. I put the tuners on upside down, and by doing that, it bends the little C things up so it won't hold a tune. It just jumps, and so I had to replace a tuner with their right-hand and left-handed sided tuners, and so I had to get the right tuner to put on the one that I was giving away, so the gear would be down, and so I kind of showed that on the short. But now, because I took it off of my number one, the original one, I thought, well, maybe it'll be right, and then I found out that all of them are wrong on that one, so I'm gonna have to buy some new tuners to get that one working again. So that's what I kind of showed on the shorts, and we'll work with that. So yeah, just a little side note on what I've been doing. But I did give one of them away as a present, which I was like, man, I got to lighten the load. I got too many of these things laying around, and that was a perfect one. It was a nice acoustic one, and I was, you know, it actually played better once I got the tuner fixed, and I got my newer EBE strings on it, which are they were a little thicker, so they sounded actually really nice on that acoustic one. So we were doing that, and on top of it, working on the diddly bow. And so I'm going to get you over to the bench, and we'll start looking at that. So hang on. Okay, so here we are at the bench shot, and as you can see, let's get this. This has been in the planning. So as you can see, I got the tennis ball not hooked up yet, but in place. And what I did was I actually positioned these. Obviously mark the bottom. It'll come off right now like that. So as you can see, I glued these on and cut them out so that they would fit just like this. So that fits just like this. And then the tennis ball will actually go on top of there. So what I need to do now is find these here so I can drill, because I'm gonna drill. I want to drill a little hole in here and here and here so I can put 4 screws to hold this down like that. And then, here's a Pizio. And then with that in place, I want to get this Pizio somewhere in here. So this is all it's the order of how I'm going to do it. And then I've got a jack which somewhere in here I'm going to put, you know, through here, so the jack will come out here, and then I've got to line this up so it'll fit. So if it's in there, so it'll fit like that. So then everything can go together like that, and this will be like that. So I still got a little bit of finagling to do to get that all to work. Then I was thinking, why don't I just glue everything in, hook this up and have it in there, and just after I get it on here, because I really won't need to take it apart again, and then just hot glue the whole thing together. So I've got some decisions to make. So that's kind of where I left it at this point. But as you can see, it's coming out nice because it'll be like this. And then, like I was saying in the last episode, I got this bone. I was thinking about maybe just making a flat part right here, and then it will go on here like this. But then I thought I probably want it higher up, so somewhere I got to cut this off. I'll probably cut it off here to use this tip, and maybe not even trim it and just have the pressure of it push on the tip of this. So, but this other part, if I cut a piece off here, I will probably try to flatten it because I got more, you know, I got more antler to work with. So yeah, so that's where I'm coming there. So I got some things to do with that. As you can see, this stays in here now. I did work on this end. See, I got the leather glued back. I got to trim this one still here, and I glued all these on. So I got this leather piece all the way around, and I even put a little piece of leather in here, but I got to cut that off. So this is all ready to go up here, and now all I have to do is get a screw in here for the string. Once again, I have to figure out the length from, oh, sorry, my mistake. I got this on upside down. This needs to go this way. I got to keep that in mind because I'm going to goof that up if I'm not careful. If I'm not careful. There we go. Yeah. If I'm not careful, I gotta get it with this part on this side. I had it the other way around, and it does fit like that because I did crazy glue these on with it in there so it would fit perfectly. So yeah, so I gotta keep making a mental note to myself as to put where that's positioned, because let me get my. I'm gonna have to position this, the screw on the other side, so it's in the wood, and so I'm guessing that's the end of it. So it's got to be right about there, which will be 24. Where I marked it right here is 24, and then I got to drill a hole for the string. So I'll make it a 24-inch scale. Really, I don't have to worry about intonation or tuning because there's only one string. So, so yeah, so this little piece here that I'll cut off will be right there. And I might want to make it higher because I need an angle here. So that might put it. Let me see how this is lining up here. Yeah, it'd be just about right. So there's still some little things to work out. Some things to work out if I should just take all of this stuff, glue this in here, get this guy poked through here, and then just stuff it all together or screw it in. Not sure yet. I'm thinking I'm just going to encapsulate it all, and then it'll all be set, because the hard part is how do I get this thing to stay in there right. But I definitely have to line it up so this is hitting in between here. I think when I actually do it, I'll put a jack in here so I can determine that this thing will sit right. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to do it top up like this, you know, so that way this thing will fall in between here, keeping it more over here. So, some things to decide. It's not like once I do that, I'm not going to take it apart and play tennis with it. Once I have this all set and working, I really won't need to take it apart. But I'm definitely going to, if I do glue it shut, I'm definitely going to make sure that Apizio is working, because if I don't, then I'll have to pull it apart. So, anyways, so I might not have even needed these, because I was originally going to try to screw them in. I figure if I poke a pin, you know, through here to try to hit those blocks to find my holes, I could get it to work. So yeah, so we're almost getting there. We're almost getting there. And then, you know, I'll have to determine where that screw, probably right here. I figure if I drill a hole, I'm going to make sure that anchors well, and I'll get a flathead screw. It'll give me a little bit of an angle from here. But as you can see, this thing turns. I got a little bit of trimming to do, maybe right in there. But in this piece here, I'll just glue flat. I couldn't glue it when I was trying to glue it in here, but I got it all in there. So there you go. So that'll be it. Dun, 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 dun. With my piece here. So let me know what I should do. Should I screw it? Should I screw the ball on there like that? Glue might be hard to hold with all that other stuff on there. I think I might be able to pull it off, but let me know what you think, because I gotta make sure I line these up. I guess I could mark it with a pin. You know, put a pin in the center of these, because these would definitely have to be drilled so they won't split. Because I forgot what wood this is, but that would be tragic if I split them. They don't quite touch. You know, they don't touch inside here. So these are the things when you're designing and building to try to figure it out. But when it gets together, it'll be pretty cool looking. It'll be the diddly anyone diddly bow. Tennis anyone diddly bow. I like that. Tennis anyone diddly bow. So there we have it. So I was glad I got this wood part on there. I'm pretty happy with that. Now it's a matter of how do we mount all of this stuff in the jack. So yeah, so that'll do it for this week. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you keeping up with what's going on. And we will see you next week. Same time, same bat station. And hopefully we can be wrapping it all up. Because if I do, I'll probably have this all hooked up. I'll probably even have this hole drill, because this is going to be a little tricky here, going through this piece here. And you know, I'd put a grommet on both sides so the string doesn't pull the wood. And yeah, then we'll go from there with the diddly bow action. I'll probably paint this darker, like maybe a little black, so it doesn't, like kind of like this black, so it doesn't look like raw wood. And yeah, so that'll do it this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for the comments. I had a viewer talk about these antlers. I guess the Germans do use them to decorate for Christmas, but I'm going to probably get a couple bridges out of this, because I figure if I cut this one here and then flatten it. It'd be a nice one. And I might be able to get another piece out of here. It's going to be quite an angle, and I'll probably use this part for the diddly bow, unless it's too short. It might be too short because I want to get that a little higher up. So we'll have to play around with that. We'll have to start dissecting this thing to see where it can go. I don't know if you saw that other stuff I just said about cutting it here and then flattening it. Same thing here, cutting it here and flattening it. And then this little tip I want to use, I might be able to go this way and get it higher, but might not be high enough on that part. So I got the jack, I got the piezo, got to solder those, and then either screw it or glue it. I got to decide what I'm going to do on this part to get it going. So once again, keep watching, stay tuned. We got some newer projects in the thing. Like I said, I got my business cards ordered. I'll show you those. I'll give you the reveal as soon as I get it. I think they didn't say they were going to be here until the 27th of December, so it might not be next week. And guess what's right around the corner? Christmas. So a Merry Christmas to all of my viewers. Let me take you down on the bench to say goodbye. So hang on. Sorry, I was trying to do my closing on the bench, but you probably want to see my face when I say at least to you Merry Christmas, because Christmas is right around the corner. It's going to be, let's see, it's Friday today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's only 5 days away. So, yeah, and I got a chance to be Santa Claus with one of my cigar boxes, like I was telling you. So, yeah, I was like a busy Santa Claus helper workshop trying to fix that other cigar box that was an older one that I had it hanging in my studio. It just didn't play right, and like I was saying, the one string didn't tune right. So I had to be Santa Claus's workshop helper to fix it. But we got it together and we gave it away, which was a lot of fun. And so that's what it's all about, is giving these things out so other people can play and enjoy music, even if it's just noodling around by themselves. They're fun little instruments because you make your own music with them, and that's why I like making them. So there we have it. Have a good week. We'll probably be talking to you after Christmas, so I hope Santa Claus gets you all the cigar boxes that you've been hoping for. And please comment, like, and subscribe. We're getting more subscribers. As you can tell, I feel a lot better this week. No more of that sniffy stuff. That went away pretty quick, thankfully. I had to do sound on Sunday, and I felt good. I didn't feel bad as bad as I did when I was recording my show. So Saturday, got all of my lights up, and so those are all lit and going, and so everything worked out well. So we'll see you again. We'll see you not quite the new year. We'll see you one more year of this year, but after Christmas, after Santa Claus visits your house. And so take care and have a good one.